U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) officials at Washington Dulles Airport said that no new procedures have been introduced for foreign nationals entering the country following the start of President Donald Trump's second term this January. CBP officers have the legal authority to refuse entry to foreign nationals arriving in the U.S., even if they have valid visas. Entry can be refused for various reasons, including carrying prohibited plants, photos on their phones deemed inappropriate, or certain posts on social media. Recently, the growing number of reports about travelers allegedly being denied entry to the U.S. due to their support for Gaza have raised concerns among those entering the country. During a reporting visit organized by the U.S. State Department's Foreign Press Center, Matthew Armour, the CBP supervisor at Washington Dulles, told Anadolu about the process that the passengers undergo.
I said that there's everything there, right? And if there's a language barrier, let's say they don't speak English. For the United States, if you're coming here, you're an alien unless you can prove otherwise. And then the next will have a declaration form that you fill out prior to arrival, right? So it can happen in our secondary environment, and that's where a lot of this happens. So because the every day is very mundane, and still from the secondary inspection perspective, I would say 90 minutes. So, even just because you were sent to secondary, it's nothing.
We don't want anything foreign, animal, plant, diseases, anything like that introduced to the United States. That is our primary mission here.
Is that real?
Yes, it was real, yes. Unfortunately, he had no paperwork with this is one of my favorites we've taken. I know it literally says the Book of Ham, and that is quite literally what it is. It has ham inside. So, yeah. This is the good stuff too, by the way. That is Iberico ham there. That's the 36-month aged ham. Very good stuff. So, but quite literally, it is a Book of Ham. It was meant as a souvenir to demonstrate the various types of ham that you can get in Spain.
Bakery stuff.
Because I had to pay like $300.
Right, so social media is generally something that if we're going to go through that, that's going to be in a secondary inspection environment, right? And that's looking for the additional information of why are you coming here, what is the purpose of your travel, those sorts of things. So that's where you're most likely going to see that. CBP does a very good job of making sure that we're only searching those items that are present at the border at the time of inspection. So the key word there is if needed. It's not a carte blanche inspection. We're not just arbitrarily just going through every single corner of a phone, right? So it's generally going to be a targeted search. We're looking for something specific, and it's based on your individual inspection if it's required. I would say a large number of the inspections that we have here do not include any electronics whatsoever. Is it within our authority to search those items? It is, but we use our discretion when we're looking to use that search parameter.
And he's not looking for you. He's sitting next to you because you got something in your bag, and he knows he's going to get a cookie.
So we rely on a lot of different sources. Interpol, right? We rely on the FBI. We rely on Homeland Security investigations to a degree. We rely on the DEA and the CIA as well. These are all agencies that collect information, and they store it in law enforcement databases. These guys have access to those law enforcement databases. So what happens, you mentioned earlier, National Targeting Center, before your flight arrives into the United States, passenger manifest is already submitted to these guys, and they're already doing their targeting. They look at everybody on that list,